Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Beef with broccoli is one of my favorite American Chinese foods to order out or make at home, especially if it's made hot and spicy. It's relatively healthy, easy to make, inexpensive, and most of all, it's delicious. But most people don't have the time or want to make beef with broccoli at home, and they don't want to go out to a crowded restaurant or order takeout, and that's when they head down the frozen food section at their local grocery store and they shell out $7.49 for P.F. Chang's frozen beef with broccoli dinner for two. And that would be a big mistake. And today, I'm going to show you 5 reasons why it would be a big mistake. But first, let's do what we do and go over the details of the meal. We've already gone through this information 2 times before in the previous P.F. Chang's meals we tried, so I won't bore you and read it again. Just like with the other 2 P.F. Chang's meals we tried, I'm impressed with the short list of decent ingredients. That's the one positive thing out of this meal. They say there's 2 servings per bag, but from experience with the other meals, the serving size is scant once it's cooked. But I guess if you add some rice, it might make it a satisfying meal for some people. Not all, but some. Say an Oompa Loompa maybe. Per serving, there's 310 calories, 11 grams of total fat, 2 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 60 milligrams of cholesterol, 840 milligrams of sodium, 23 grams of carbohydrates, 7 grams of fiber, 15 grams of sugars, and 29 grams of protein. So let's get this nightmare started and get it heated up. The directions say to pour the contents of the bag into a non-stick skillet. There's no mention of oil. So into a dry non-stick skillet it went. As soon as I dumped it out of the bag, I saw a problem, at least for me. All those little tiny pieces of broccoli. They look like trimmings, not even whole florets. By the time the meal cooks for the recommended 10 to 12 minutes, the broccoli will be mush, which will make me gag. I'd rather chew on a dirty wet sock than eat mushy broccoli. The beef also looks like it might be a little bit freezer burnt. Heck, at this point, the sauce cubes look better than the meat did. So give it a quick mix, and then put the lid on it and let it cook on medium-high for 3 minutes. After cooking for 3 minutes, things look to be going downhill fast. That broccoli is shrinking down and mushing up quickly, and we still have 7 to 9 more minutes left to cook per the instructions. For the next 7 to 9 minutes, let it cook on medium-high and give it an occasional stir. Here we are after 5 minutes, and it was starting to smell like Chinese food. But the smell of sesame oil was pretty dominant, which is fine with me as long as the flavor isn't dominant. A little bit of sesame oil goes a long way. And as you can see, the meat and broccoli are just boiling in the sauce. That's not good. So I let it go for a couple more minutes per the instructions because I did want the sauce to tighten up a little bit. But after cooking with the lid off for a total of 7 minutes, the sauce wasn't thickening, and I think cooking it any longer would have done more harm than good. And yes, if you're thinking maybe I should have pulled it after 5 minutes, I agree with you. I think 5 minutes would have been sufficient. I truly don't think with this particular meal it would have made a difference though. But like I say on all these videos, in order to give you, the people, the most accurate review I can, I always try to follow the cooking instructions to a T, even if I don't agree with them, because the majority of the people that buy these are going to cook them per the instructions. Just look at how overcooked and mushy the broccoli is and how much the volume has decreased. Does that look like 2 servings to you? So let's get this mess out of the skillet and onto a plate. So here's P.F. Chang's beef with broccoli, all plated up, and words escape me, other than a green soupy mess. Regardless of what it looked like, I was going to continue, for you, the people, so you didn't have to. From the looks of this, I felt as though I was going beyond my superhero duties for you, the people. Since I was really concerned with the broccoli being mushy, and there only seemed to be one decent piece, I tried it first. Well, at least one side looked nice and green, but the other side was a combination of baby poop green and yellow. And to no surprise, it looked mushy. So I closed my eyes and said a quick prayer and reluctantly shoved the floret in my pie hole. I chewed a few times and then it went into a napkin. It was bitter, the floret was mush, and the stem was stringy and woody. But I've noticed a lot of woody and stringy broccoli lately in frozen meals. Maybe the USDA should start grading vegetables, because this one would have failed. These frozen food manufacturers are giving us nothing but crap while they're making their pockets fat. Good thing I've taken my medicine today, or I would have gone in full rage. Next, I tried a piece of the boiled beef. And boy, it looked vile. One more quick prayer was said, and in it went. And I began chewing. And chewing. And chewing. The beef was tough and gristly and dry. The moisture was boiled right out of it. The sauce, unfortunately, tasted like straight sesame oil. Not good at all. Very overpowering. So just for the heck of it, I tried a piece of the broccoli and the beef together, which definitely didn't help the cause. It too was awful. So if you haven't been paying attention, I didn't like P.F. Chang's beef with broccoli at all. And it's by far the worst out of the three I've tried. And unfortunately, quite a few of you, the people, recommended it to me. So in my opinion, here's 5 reasons why you should never buy this meal. Number 1, the price. $7.49 for this atrocity should be a crime. Number 2, the quantity. They say it's a meal for 2, but even if it was edible, it would barely be a meal for 1. Number 3, the flavor. The only flavor it had was an overwhelming flavor of sesame oil. Number 4, the meat. They say it's USDA beef, but they never said it was USDA inspected beef, because had it been inspected, it would have been set aside for dog food. And number 5, the broccoli. As you already know, I can't stand mushy broccoli, but I can get around that, especially in a frozen dinner. Even though I loathe it, what I can't get around is stringy woody stems and the bitterness of the broccoli. Honestly, this is one of the worst frozen meals I've ever had. Just in my opinion, it's totally inedible, and I would highly defer you guys from trying this. But if you feel the need and you want to waste $7.49, give it a try. If you'd like to help support the Wolf Pit, consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more. That's up to you. Either way, every little bit's appreciated and helps me produce more high-quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.